I will start with Mikhail Hilliard first.
Mikhail, can you hear me okay? It's kind of loud back in the ballpark.
Yeah, I can hear you.
What does it feel like to lose the game in this fashion? I mean, I know it's happened a few times this year, but you'd given such a great start, and to drop this one, what does it feel like right now?
Man, it sucks, but like I've always known, and like everybody, all other SEC players know, it's really difficult to get a sweep in this league, and it doesn't change my mindset. It doesn't change my focus, but as long as I keep pitching the way I am, I know the cards are gonna fall into place, and those hits that were those really good at bats will go come around, and those big plays that will be made. So it doesn't change my mindset at all.
What was working so well for you today?
Just being able to spot up and throw my fastball early in the count and get my breaking ball over early in the count.
Anything else, Joe?
That was it for me.
Hey, Mikhail. Yeah, I'm sorry I hopped on late here. I guess just can you talk about your performance real quick? I'm sorry, Wilson probably already asked you about it, but to get 8 pretty good innings from you tonight or today, just talk about what was working for you today.
Just to reiterate what I've been saying in the past, having that focus, being able to go out on the mound and know from that very first pitch that I'm gonna be able to do my deal, and just taking my mindset to such a high level, because I mean, if we're being completely honest, I've been sick for the past 2 days. I was running a fever last night, and I just really wanted this opportunity to prove myself, and not only prove myself, but prove to everybody else in the SEC that we are a pretty good team. We can come out here and sweep, but I mean, sometimes things don't go the way as planned. But we did make a lot of good plays. Infield made a lot of good plays. They were really good at bats, and I think that we'll be ready next week.
When did you find out you were going to be starting?
Last night after the game.
Do you feel better now, or are you still kind of running a fever?
I'm still kind of sick. I woke up this morning fully drenched in sweat, shivering, stuff like that. But I took my meds and hydrated a lot. Got my fluids in me, and I was good enough to. That's all I needed to go out there on the mound and fill up the zone.
All right, go ahead, Mikhail, go and bring up Trey Morgan. Thanks, Mikhail.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks, Mikhail. All right, questions for Trey?
Trey, it seemed like y'all were going to get off to such a good start. I mean, you did with that solo home run of yours in the first inning, and then the offense just kind of got shut down there. What was Auburn doing, or what were y'all maybe needing to do differently to get things going in this game?
I mean, we just tried to stick to our approach. Hats off to him. He pitched a great game, had us off balance. That's it.
Hey, Trey, you guys played extremely well throughout the entire weekend. I mean, I guess just kind of you guys have had a couple of these really tough game 3 losses where it's looked like you were either going to win a series or sweep a series or something. I mean, just how brutal have these last couple of game threes been for you guys, and how do you keep on moving forward?
I mean, we're just gonna win the next game. I mean, we're gonna flush this one, get back to practice, have a big week ahead of us. So we're just gonna forget about this game.
What do you have? I mean, just what was it like watching Mikhail Hilliard pitch today, and how do you describe what he gave y'all?
Oh, he pitched a great game. I mean, it was fun watching, sitting on the field, watching, cheering him on. I mean, he pitched last week. He pitched well. This week he pitched well again. So hats off to Kill.
Yeah, I mean, he just told us that he was battling, a fever the last couple of days, and he's still not 100%. He still says he's feeling a little sick. I mean, just to have, to be battling a sickness and to give you guys the kind of performance that he did today. I mean, just what does that say about him?
I mean, that really shows the true person that he is. I wish we could have given him some run support because he really pitched a great game. So, thank you.
Thanks, Trey. All right, we'll wrap it up with Coach Maneri.
Hey, Coach. Obviously a rough way to end the series. But I mean, just can you talk about Mikhail's performance today? I mean, he just kind of told us just now that he'd been sick the last couple of days. He woke up this morning with a pretty big fever. I mean, I know you've been a part of some really great performances over your career, but to have a guy that was literally, extremely sick, earlier this morning, to have the kind of performance that he did, what does that say about him?
Yeah, Mikhail's he's unbelievable. He's not been feeling well all week, really. His arm's fine. He just been feeling run down all week. I didn't know he had a fever today. That's the first I'd heard of it. I know he told me he'd been feeling weak all during the course of this week, but I didn't know he had a fever. Pitched remarkable, really. He just very courageously made a lot of big pitches. He deserved to win the game. We just couldn't give him the offensive support. It's hard to win a game when you get one hit after your first batter of the game. The rest of the game, we got one hit. It's unbelievable. We've been swinging the bat so well, and inexplicably, we went cold. We actually had a couple opportunities, just couldn't capitalize. And their pitcher Fitz, going into the year was considered one of the top prospects in the league, and he's just had a really bad year. And we heard he just hadn't pitched well at all, and this was obviously his performance of the year. I don't know why he saved it for us, but he was prancing around out there like he was an All-American. We let him get into a rhythm, and his stuff was real good. I mean, he was throwing the ball extremely hard, and he threw a breaking ball that we hadn't expected. I mean, he was dropping that slider in there for strikes and makes him really tough. That was the prospect that we expected going into the year, but he hadn't shown it until today.
Paul, if you had known that Mikhail was running a fever, would that have changed what y'all had to do because of like SEC regulations or anything like that during coronavirus, or would that not have changed that? And if you had known before he was out?
This is first I've heard of any fever that he had. I don't know. I don't know if he really had a fever. The trainer never said anything to me. I didn't have any idea that he had a fever. This first I've heard of it. I mean, he told me he'd been feeling weak last night. He told me, or I guess it was at practice, maybe Thursday, or maybe it was Friday. I don't remember what day. He told me he just felt kind of run down all week, but he I assume he took the COVID test with everybody else and passed it. So, he was cleared like everybody else.
Coach, obviously you guys don't get this third game, but what can you kind of take from this series? I guess you guys games 1 and 2, just I guess using this as momentum as you guys continue to try and climb the ladder and just compile some more wins.
Well, yeah, I mean, every game matters, and we knew coming here it was going to be tough games. I told everybody they were going to be a tough team. The records are not indicative of the caliber of the teams in this league. These guys have lost, I think, 9 one-run games this year. And, they've won some tough games as well. they won a 14-inning game at Georgia last week, and obviously this was a tough, hard-fought win for them today. And they're capable of beating anybody, and we're capable of beating anybody, despite what the records are. So this was a hard-fought series win for us, and I'm glad we won the series. Obviously, we would have won the game 3 also. We're trying to accumulate as many wins as we can to improve our resume. So it was an opportunity loss, but every game you lose is an opportunity loss is the way I look at it. We just, couldn't hit today. We ran up against good pitching, and they ran up against good pitching as well. They were just a little bit better than us today. Okay. Enough? Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, guys.